Welcome back to LD Codes. I am sure by now you already know what software development is, and I'm sure you know what web development is, what mobile development is, and even the different parts of web development, such as the front end development and the back end development. But if you are still having any issue regarding the previous topic, feel free to comment your question and I will gladly answer your questions. So in this video, we are going to start with web development, front end precisely, how to get started, the three main things that comes up to make up your front end or user interface. So the first thing you want to know is HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is responsible for the content and structure of a web page. Content simply means all the text, images, video you see on the web page. HTML is responsible for the structure of a web page. Example, when you see a paragraph of text, what comes next after the paragraph of text? As you can see here in the screen, this is a p tag, the paragraph of text. So maybe you have in mind, after this text I want to put image next, or I want the text to stand to be by the left and the image by the right. So HTML is the structure of a web page. It is used for generating content of a web page and also the structure. I just said it. And we are going to know how to start writing our HTML codes later. Next thing we are going to talk about is CSS, and which simply stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Looking at it, you should be able to guess that it's used for styling and beautification of a web page. So this is what CSS looks like. It might look pretty simple to me, but if you are not familiar with it, you won't understand. But here is basically telling you that this paragraph of text, this p tag here, I want to give it a background color of green. Okay, and that's it for CSS. Is responsible for styling and the beautification of web page. So when you go to a web page, website, web application, and you see some parts red, some part green, and all of that, the color when you hover on it, it changes and all of that. You could be able to tell that this is CSS at work. So the next part we are going to dive into is JavaScript. JavaScript is responsible for interactivity of a web page. So here is how JavaScript code looks like. So you can see here, console log hello world. This is going to print out hello world in your console. So you are going to see this text in your console, hello world. So that's basically for JavaScript. With this introduction I've made so far, I'm pretty sure you already know how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript looks and works. So let's do a little test. Here is typingclub.com. You can open it in your browser. It's a web application. So looking at this page, you could be able to tell what CSS looks like here, what HTML looks like, and what JavaScript looks like. So firstly, the text you can see here, get started, school edition, store, and all of that. You see buttons, you can see them, images, they are all HTML. And when we talk of the styling, that's the CSS, you can see this button is white. You can see the text is blue. When you hover on it, it's black. That's the work of CSS. You can see this button is blue. The text is white. It's being used for beautification. That's the work of CSS. And here is the work of JavaScript. You can click on it. It will take you down here to the work of JavaScript. And I believe you are able to identify HTML, CSS, and JavaScript henceforth when you see them. Here is an image to also explain it more. You can see a man here with nothing on. That's the HTML, the structure. When this man put on a clothes, that's HTML with CSS, the presentation aspects. And when this man started performing, that's HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's the functionality aspect of it. A simple illustration that could make you understand how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript works together. So here are the tools you need. First one, we have text editor. Example, Sublime Text. There are so many other editors out there, but I recommend Sublime Text for new beginners because it's quite friendly and easy to understand for newbies in code. So this is actually a good one to start with. And the second thing you need is a web browser. I recommend Google Chrome. There are other ones out there like Mozilla Firefox and all of that. You can check out, but I recommend Google Chrome. So if you don't have Sublime Text with you, I will put you through the process of having one in your PC. Here we'll have Sublime Text. So I'm using Mac. You can also check for the computer you are using and download for that one. So for Mac, it has started downloading already. You can click here, then it will take you to the store where you can download Google Chrome. And that's it. Okay, it has taken us to the store where you can download Google Chrome. So you see, I already have it in my PC, but if you need it, this is how you can easily download it. And that brings us to the end of this lesson. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow for our newest updates. Bye.